Cutting and forming a patch panel can have a big impact on speed, quality, and success of a rust repair. So today I thought I'd talk a little bit about some things that can make that job a lot easier. Before cutting a patch panel for the outer door bottom, the inner panel had to be repaired, so I cut a little piece of metal, folded it over along the bottom, welded it in, gave it a coat of primer, and then a coat of seam sealer, so we won't have to worry about rust. One way to get a good measurement of how wide your patch is going to be is to lay a piece of tape from the very bottom all the way to where you want it to go up top. And I have about an 1/8 inch overlap up there. So then when you peel it off, this will be the distance or the width of the patch on the right side. On the other side, I have it marked left. Now I'm not sure if you can see it, but I marked how long the patch has to be. So on this side, I lay my tape, and this is how wide it has to be on this end. That's the left. And on the right, I lay my piece of tape, and that's how wide it has to be on the right side. So now I can be absolutely sure and lay my measuring stick down and then just mark from that point to this point. Right on down. And then all I have to do is cut that and then right across here, and my patch should be exactly the right width down here and down here, and then we'll make a bend at the bottom to follow the bottom of the door. After we have the patch laid out, I'm just going to use a metal shears like this to cut it. And this cuts nice and straight. Now that the patch is cut, I have to fold over about 3/8 of an inch down at the bottom that wraps around under the door. So since I don't have a bending brake that's long enough, I have a short one, I'm just going to bend this over the edge of the bench. And we'll just clamp it. And we can move the clamps as we bend it over. That's good there. And that's good there. Now I can just take a body hammer like this and just go right along there. Take my time bending it over like that. And that should be about good. After we've cut and formed the panel, and I did bend it a little bit like that to get a contour, we're going to clamp it into place and make sure it fits before we work on the sides. So I'm going to clamp it right here where it's supposed to be, and clamp it on the other end exactly where it's supposed to be, and then one in the middle for good measure. Check that it fits, and it fits. And now we're going to cut these sides so that they bend over real nice, and there's about 3/8 of an inch that's bent over. Once I get that set up, I'll be back. After doing a little bit of ruler work and transferring some distances from the back side to the front, this is what we end up with. So now I'm just going to cut the excess off, which is this right here. We're going to be left with 3/8 of an inch to fold over. So we're just going to cut right up there. Now the green handle snips won't work on this side. You got to use the red handled snips, or yellow would work on this side. Then once we have that cut, we can cut our reliefs, and this will allow us to fold the patch over and make a contour. And that's it for the ends. Once I get this welded up, I'll be back. After tacking this patch panel into place, it's ready to be welded solid and finished with filler, primer, and paint. I hope you enjoyed this video on cutting and forming patch panels, and if you did, don't forget to hit the subscribe button.